Hello, welcome back to Moonlit Path Tarot. So I think today what we'll do, we'll just do a past, present, future energy check-in, see where you're at, see what we need to know, and what's up with you. All right, Spirit, so for the collective, please tell me a little bit about their recent past. What do we need to know about the recent past for the collective, Spirit? Okay, well, that's a few too many. Just one, please. Recent past for the collective, okay. All right, so it looks like in your recent past, we have the Lovers in reverse, which I don't typically read, but we do have also Six of Pentacles. So it looks like when it came to love or some kind of relationship, it wasn't balanced. There wasn't an equal give and take. Or you were giving to a connection that was not giving back to you, because bottom of the deck is Four of Pentacles, which typically can be somebody who's good at saving money, but it can also be somebody who's selfish and on the flip, right? So you may have been with somebody who was not putting into the relationship what you were putting in. So tell me a little bit more about the collective's recent past, please. Recent past for the collective. Okay, some kind of confusion or too many choices or feeling overwhelmed or having options. What else? Okay. Okay, so I'm getting when it comes to either a relationship, a home, a community of people, it looks like you are feeling overwhelmed. So this could be a card about moving. You might be moving and you may be overwhelmed about, coming up with the money or, finding the soul tribe of people. I want to clarify this a little bit. What is the confusion with the Four of Wands, Spirit? Okay. So Eight of Swords, which typically talks about getting in our own way, blocking our own blessings, right? So it looks like you want to move forward with either getting a new place to live or finding somebody to be with, or this is really just about finding your soul tribe, celebration, getting married, right? Buying a home, things like that. So when it comes to things like that, you may be feeling overwhelmed, like you have a lot of options or you don't know which direction to head in. And then Eight of Swords talks about getting in our own way, blocking our own blessings, right? And nobody's holding her there. She can literally get up and walk away at any time. So it looks like in the past you were in this position of feeling very confused and not knowing which direction to head in, and it felt like your hands were tied, like there was nothing you could do, right? Tell me a little bit more. Let's get a couple more for the recent past, please. A move, an offer of stability. Okay, so it looks like you may have moved, or you may be getting ready to move, but then this is the recent past. So Ace of Pentacles and Eight of Pentacles. This is a new beginning, a brand new offer, an increase in your finances and stability. And then this talks about working very hard at something, taking something from the master or from the student to the master, right? So again, you might be moving, you may have moved, or you may be just working on something that is going to make you a lot of money for the future, because bottom of the deck, we have Three of Pentacles, which is community, collaboration, working together with other people. So whatever it is whatever it is you were working very hard on, it looks like you're going to find some sense of community, because you're taking something from like the student to the master. So what you've learned, you're putting it into practice in real life, if that makes sense. So tell me a little bit about the collective's current energy, please. Tell me about the collective's current energy, Spirit. Okay, so we have Nine of Cups. So we have cups overflowing, all our wishes coming true. What else? Okay. We'll keep those on to the side. Give me a clarifier for the Nine of Cups, please. Okay. No, that's too many. Just one, Spirit. I would just like one clarifier for the Nine of Cups, please, and thank you. Thank you very much. Oh my gosh. No, I'm not taking this. I only want one, please. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. All right, so in your current energy, we have, so this looks like competition, rivalry, struggling, clawing your way up from the bottom, and a broken heart. So you may be not over this thing from the past, right? But it looks like whatever it is, you're slowly getting over it. This is like slow and steady progress. So struggle, competition, rivalry, a broken heart in your current energy. But then we also have wish fulfillment, right? Or wishes granted, your cup's overflowing, all your wishes coming true. It's just slow and steady progress. So it looks like you're working very, very hard to get yourself out of this broken heart energy, to get yourself out of this unstuck energy. And you are headed towards your wish fulfillment. It's just slow. It's slow progress. But anything worth having is worth waiting for, right? If anything, if you get something that just falls into your lap and it wasn't, you didn't have to work for it, you didn't have to do anything for it, as quick as it comes is as quick as it can go, right? So in your current energy, we have you working very, very hard to hone some kind of skill or craft that you have, and it's gonna lead to this 9 of Cups. It's just a little bit slow and steady progress, right? In order to build a solid foundation, you can't quickly like erect a structure, right? You gotta have the plans, you gotta lay the foundation, you gotta build it up from the ground up, if that makes sense. So let's get a little bit into the future. Tell me about the collective's near future. Let's go for the next year. What can they expect in the next year, Spirit? You know what? I'm going to get this deck. What can the collective expect in the next year, please? First, let's go 6 months. What can they expect in the next 6 months? Okay. One more, please. Thank you. Awesome. Oh my God, that's really awesome. I love this for you. Okay, so we have 10 of Wands and 6 of Wands. So 10 of Wands talks about burdens and needing to release them, right? It talks about basically packing up and taking only what's necessary and leaving the rest behind. So whatever burdens you're currently going through with this struggling, this 3 of Swords, broken heart, like shattered heart, right? You're releasing this. You're releasing these burdens because this talks about literally packing up and taking only what's necessary. And then we have the 6 of Wands right after that, which talks about literally winning at life, right? You may be working hard on something that's going to put you in the spotlight or make you very well known. Because this talks about victory, success, public recognition for hard work, right? And it is hard work to release burdens. It is hard work to let go of the past. You know, like focusing on the past so much is something that can turn a lot of people bitter, and it does quite often, right? So I love that you're not letting that happen for you. You're not letting what happened to you in the past become your reality for the future, right? Because if you're having a hard time, it's all about manifestation and your conversation and your words with the universe, right? So if you start positive self-talk right now, then that's how it manifests in the future. So if you're going through something hard right now, it's because of what has manifested from the past, right? So now we're letting go of the past and we're manifesting for our future. So right now, I'm just going to challenge you guys in the next 48 hours. Anytime you complain or say something negative about somebody else or to yourself, realize what you're doing, stop yourself and replace it with something positive so we can start to build solid foundations for the future. And then bottom of this deck, we have 3 of Cups, which again is community, but it's also a celebration, a reason to celebrate. So you're going to be very well known for something and it's going to give you a reason to celebrate, possibly something that can make you money. What else? Tell me a little bit more about the next year for the collective. Let's go the next year. What will the next year look like for the collective, please? One more, please. Thank you. Oh, okay, 2 more. Okay, cool. Actually, let me can I get a clarifier for the Queen of Swords? Thank you very much. Oh my God, I love this. Wow. Okay, so awesome. All right, so we have Queen of Swords and we have Ace of Swords. I'm sorry, Ace of Pentacles. So Queen of Swords is somebody who is very honest, somebody who has a lot of integrity. She has arrows in this deck, but it's usually a sword, right? So the Queen of Swords uses her sword, or in this case, her arrows, to cut people out of her life, right? It's people who are no longer for her highest good, people who are not good for her. She has no problem in cutting them off and continuing on, right? And then Ace of Pentacles talks about a brand new beginning, right? You got 2 new beginnings. You had the Ace of Wands at the bottom of this deck at one point, which is like the spark of passion, the spark of creativity. It's like a brand new idea, right? Especially one that can make you a lot of money. And then when we move from the Queen to the Ace is Pentacles, which is coins, right? And which is earth energy, which is the slowest moving energy in the deck. But it looks like within the next year, you have honesty, you have integrity, and you're willing to cut people out of your life who are not for your highest good, which may lead to a possible King of Cups, somebody who's very emotionally balanced or vulnerable, somebody who is emotionally intelligent, right? So you may be meeting a King of Cups, Or this is just your energy where you're balancing your divine feminine with your divine masculine. And Ace of Pentacles talks about planting seeds for the future, right? It's the seed of potential. So you're planting the seed of potential, right? And then you're going to harvest that in the future. But then you get to reap the rewards, right? Because 4 of Wands and then 5 of Swords in reverse, which is amazing. Literally, you got this in the past, right? But it came with this confusion, getting in your own way, being gaslighted, right? And now in the future, you get the same 4 of Wands, but it also comes with the 5 of Swords in reverse. So again, you may be meeting somebody because this does talk about marriage, celebration, buying a home, finding your soul tribe. So you could be getting ready to move because you have the Ace of Pentacles and you have the 4 of Wands, or you could just be planting seeds for the future that you are definitely getting ready to harvest. Because then we move to 5 of Swords, which just basically talks about letting go of the need to controlling the outcome. It's letting go of controlling the outcome, right? So it's also about petty conflict, arguments, like stress, right? And it's in reverse. So expect that to be over for the future. Expect the seeds that you've planted in the past, you get to harvest them for the future. And you're going to be very well known in the public eye or in the spotlight, but you're going to have some kind of victory, whether that be, buying a home or doing the job that you've always dreamed of or meeting your soul partner, whatever that looks like for you. It's going to be different for everybody. So I think this is a really good place to leave this, actually. So now what we'll do is I will go ahead and pull, oh my gosh, look at this. Bottom of the deck, 6 of Swords, which talks about transition, moving forward, accepting help, right? So, and then bottom of this deck, Knight of Swords, rushing towards success. That's exactly what you're doing. You're planting seeds for the future and rushing towards success. So now, take a second, go ahead and like and subscribe if this resonated for you, because when you engage with my channel, obviously it does help me out, but it also helps me connect with you spiritually so the readings are more accurate. So if this has resonated for you, go ahead and claim this reading in the comments section down below, and now we will go ahead with the numbers and the initials. And if you get one or both, great. If you don't get either, that's totally fine. This is just extra confirmation. All right, so for the numbers we have 7, 70, so you might be seeing 777, 19, 6, and 1. So you could be 17, 19, 67, 61, 71, 77. We have 1, which is January, Capricorn, and Aquarius. We have 7, July, Cancer, and Leo, possibly even 2 because this is 70, so you could count that as a 7 also. The 17th might be significant, or June, Gemini, and Cancer might be significant. The 1st, the 7th, or the 6th might be significant. All right, so now I will go ahead and pull some initials. So let me just double check, make sure we're still recording. Okay, we are. Oh, this one just wanted to come flying out. B. All right. R. Y. P. I heard Bryce, Brianna. F. N. Brian. L. Another F. Another N. V. T. Another R. Ooh. X. Ooh. Another L. J. Another B. U. G. We'll get a couple more. S. M. H. E. I. Another I, another T, W, D. All right, so for the initials, we have 2 B's, 2 R's, Y, P, 2 F's, 2 N's, 2 L's, V, 2 T's, X, J, U, G, S, M, H, E, 2 I's, W, and D. All right, collective, that is where I will leave this reading for you. Feel free to check back for the next one. And as always, as above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul.